Hello Pisces, and welcome to your weekly reading. I'm so happy to have you here. Pisces, know that I could be talking to you or I could be channeling someone in your energy, so take the reading as it resonates. But I am talking to someone today, Pisces, who it's like through a lot of manipulation and control, like a family situation was kind of turned upside down. And I'm channeling Pisces that is defending themselves. It's almost like they're bringing in their own justice because they've seen the manipulation and control. Like it's like the more they distance themselves from the situation, they're starting to see it for what it really is, and they're like blocking it out, really protecting their energy at this time. I do feel like there's someone watching you in the current situation. There's someone watching you, and they're also realizing that you're someone worth fighting for. They're realizing that they lost a good one, like a real one. And the challenge of the situation is that I feel this person's ego was challenged. Maybe you stood, actually I do see that in the past, you stood up for yourself and said, hey, you can't play games with me anymore. You can't manipulate me anymore. I think you woke up to what this person does, like the manipulation, the mind games, and the control that they use to get you to do what they want you to do. And you may have been in a cycle with this person for a long time and you're done. That's why you're standing up and saying, no more. Like, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. And you challenged their ego. And I'm going to read this quote to you. Take it as it applies because it's talking about ladies challenging a man's ego, but you could be challenging anybody's ego. And I'll just read it to you. It says, ladies, you cannot fight with a man's ego unless you're willing to sacrifice your relationship or your man, because a man will be willing to lose everything. It doesn't matter what it is: finances, house, car, status, even access to his own children. He will walk away from it all but he will not let you win a battle of the ego. That's not pride, it's programming. You see, men are wired to protect their sense of identity, their respect, their role, their manhood. It's not a game for them. So I feel like as you stood up for yourself and you were like, hey, you need to show up in this relationship correct, because the way you're showing up is half-assed, backwards, sideways, like you're not helping us. The games that you play are destroying this relationship. Like the more we try to move forward, the more games you play, the more difficult this is. And I feel like this person was so challenged by you standing up for yourself that they're like, okay, I'm doing nothing then. I'm going to just take my love elsewhere and I'm going to let everything die. I don't care if it's the love we had between the two of us, the things that we own, our home, whatever. I'm just like, I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna, if you're not gonna respect me and my ego, if you're gonna stand up for yourself and challenge my ego, then like this is like really toxic energy. This person's like, F you, and which is really toxic. This person could have lost everything in this battle to protect their ego, which is sad. And I feel like, yeah, so this put you in a place where, I mean, maybe you knew this about this person, if I stand up to them, I could potentially lose absolutely everything because of how they behaved in the past. But I feel like your guides are saying, if you have something to say it anyway. Don't let this person and their threats and what it is that they risk to lose because they don't want their ego to be challenged. Let them lose all of it. You don't need to put up with abuse or misbehavior or misalignment because you're walking on eggshells, so afraid to speak your mind, so afraid to feel anything, because if you do, you'll get in trouble. Your guides are saying, just say it anyway. And yeah, this person may have had a pattern of doing this. Maybe they would abandon you, they'd walk away, they would challenge you, like, how dare you have a feeling that I don't like, how dare you have a thought that I don't approve of. this is really toxic energy. But your guides want you to know that your strength in this situation is actually crushing eggshells. Because you are so emotionally intelligent, you're not going to pretend like everything's okay when it's not. You're not going to just say, oh yeah, let's just pretend we have this happy family, like everything's fine. I'm wearing my best dress and the house is clean and everyone's heart is broken, but that's okay. I'll just keep going along with whatever. I think the heart matters more to you than looking good. What is healthy matters more to you than, stepping on an eggshell, and your guides are saying that's your strength. And this is the energy of someone who creates something better, doesn't stay stuck in toxic programming, because this is very toxic programming I'm talking about here. If someone's willing to lose everything to protect their ego, everything, even access to their children, like what are we doing? Your ego is not that important, and it's okay to humble yourself and work things out, at least communicate and talk things through and see how other people are feeling and working through stuff. It is an option that we could take besides destroying everything and losing everything. And yeah, in the near future, I do feel like this person, in an effort to protect their ego, they may come in and, they may come in, they may have something to say to you. And they may come in pretending like they have all this love, that they have this all together. They may have, oh, that's interesting. They may be in between two worlds, because we've got the Queen of Wands here too. They may be at a crossroads right now, and they're trying to work on their foundation, and it's like they may be reaching out to you, trying to come in from the cold. And I don't know how that's going to go, because I see this person actually getting really angry and projecting onto you the whole situation that they're in. Like maybe, because there's a ton of cards that came out for the near future, they may project onto you all that they manifested in an effort to protect their ego. And all they manifested in this space of demanding that they are the ruler of the house, the king of the world or whatever. They may say, because it looks like they have really manifested some shitty things in their life, and they're not happy with what has come to an end. They're not happy that they've been shut out of, the family or the situation. They may be really angry about that, and they may be projecting that all onto you. But know that this is what they manifested. This is what they created by their behavior. That's not your problem. That's not something you need to carry for this person. And so it's like, as they come in and trying to get you to take responsibility for their actions, their behavior, and their programming, just let that all fall on deaf ears. Don't let it hit home anywhere in your heart or in your spirit, because it's not yours to carry. Okay. And your guides are saying, the best way to approach this is to continue turning your back and manifesting something better, because this person, you deserve better than this. You've always deserved better than this. You deserve better than half-assed effort, false promises, someone who projects onto you. And because this person, what you're not seeing is actually this person enjoys manipulating people, pushing people's buttons, creating situations where their ego would be challenged, but they like it when people stay quiet. This is a really manipulative energy, and they love to create chaos and pain and then blame it on other people. This person loves drama. This person loves things to go sideways. I don't know if this person's bored or what is going on here. And I can see that you're worried about this person coming back in and causing more conflict and pain. It's almost like you're wishing they would stay somewhere else. And in the outcome of this reading, we have this quote. It says, "Be careful when you date an emotionally intelligent woman. She will teach you the lesson you're not ready to learn. You will fall madly in love with her and then claim that she ruined your life."